सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः योगाः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। सर्वेषां तेषां कृपानुग्रहेण वेदांत योग दर्शन साधनाभ्यासद्वारा तस्मिन् क्षणे एव आत्मानुभूति कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति शांति एकता सुस्थिरता पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं ये संस्थापन कार्ये निश्चिताः तेषां सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रस्य व्यास भाष्य समेत अध्ययनस्य प्रयत्नं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ योग दर्शनाचार्याणां स्मरणम्। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम अथ श्री महर्षि पतंजलि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रम द्वितीयः पादः साधना पादः। ओम वितर्कबाधने प्रतिपक्षभावनं वितर्काः हिंसादयः कृतकारिता अनुमोदिताः लोभ क्रोध मोहपूर्वकाः मृदु मध्य अधिमात्राः दुःख अज्ञान अनन्तबलाः इति प्रतिपक्षभावनम्। अहिंसा प्रतिष्ठायां तत्सन्निधौ वैरत्यागः सत्यप्रतिष्ठायां क्रियाफलाश्रयत्वम् अस्तेयप्रतिष्ठायां सर्वरत्न उपस्थानं ब्रह्मचर्यप्रतिष्ठायां वीर्यलाभः अपरिग्रहस्थैर्ये जन्मकथन्ता संबोधः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Friends, anything in life, including life in its totality, becomes meaningful when we make it so. Otherwise, it is meaningless. Difference in making it meaningful or meaningless is how much we are deeply, sincerely attending to it. The deep, sincerely attending to the life in its every aspect is the sattvic way of living. Living with all agitations, etc., uncertainties is a rajasic way. Tamasic is not valuing anything, just in a dosed mood we live. Same way, when you come to spirituality, the Shastra Adhyanam also can be in a dosed, sleepy manner of so much of irregularity, insincerity. Even in the class, not at all attending, forget about having gone home after the class. The Rajasic way is what? We are coming, but there is some restlessness, anxieties, etc. The Sattvic way is going deep into every topic what is being discussed, digesting it and seeing the truth of it, seeing the purpose of it, all of it, and making use of it in his own life. है ना? Like a highly inspired poet. On every topic in the world, he writes a poem. So too, a person of songs, he writes a song on every topic. So too, a music or cinema director, let's say, he takes movie on everything. An interested person in the sports, one particular sport, all details, or all the sports he gathers. no one who's interested in politics. Every state, every nation, what is happening politically. He's just curious. His mind is like that. A spiritual person's mind should be like that. While studying every of the Shastra, every topic, he should be able to grasp with its intellectual literal meaning up to its own applicability, its own necessity, its own utility, its own possibility. Why that portion is said in that context, and what is that whole thing as its impression or effect in my life's context. When you study it this way, then Shastra Adhyana is happening well. Else, the study is far away, we are far away, two parallel lines going through, never meeting each other. Then that person will never grow. So, here also, when we are seeing this Yoga Darshanam, we have to relate ourselves with this Yoga Sadhana. Out of the kindness and grace of Guru and God, we are getting this opportunity. So, we have to at every moment observe how much of the Siddhanta understood, how much of the practice started, how far we are moving in that direction. Isn't it? So we have to start actually feeling for practice of all these Shastras which we are studying, whether it is the Bhakti Shastra or the Jnana Shastra, here the Yoga Shastra. Okay, now here we are into the topic in the second chapter, Sadhana Pada, about when in a perfect manner these Yama, Niyama, Adi sadhanas are done, what are the siddhis which we get. And then that siddhis can be used again for the sadhana or for serving the world, but they are not the goal. But they indicate to us that we are on the right path. Therefore, to indicate or to know that we are on the right path, we can aim at the siddhis, and aiming the siddhi, we can do sadhana. Once we reach to that, understand the purpose is not the siddhis, purpose is only the vritti nirodha, atma prapti, atma pradishta, sarva pradishta and kaivalya prapti. उसमें कोई डाउट शंका नहीं होना है. So the five of the yama sadhanas without any pratibandha in a sarvabhauma mahavrata rupa, if we do, what are the results that has been studied? जाति देश काल समय से अनवच्छिन्न होते हुए, मतलब अवच्छिन्न नहीं होते हुए, सर्व भूमियों में महाव्रत के रूप में when ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, parigraha are perfectly done, the results are so great. Each of them is a ahimsa pratishtayam tat sannidhau vairatyagaha. What is the meaning? What is its beauty? Its own individual level, in the level of those two inimical animals or whatever, and its influence at the total level. है ना, पूरा सृष्टि ही बदल जाती है एक ऐसा बंदा जो अहिंसा प्रतिष्ठित में है, रहता है, तो एक वैरत्याग होता है. Then Satya Pratishtayam Kriyaphalashrayatvam. See, establishing Satya, Kriyafalatva, that is the Vak Siddhi. Then Asteya Pratishtayam Sarva Ratna Upasthanam. We have seen when we establishing the Asteya Sadhana, non-stealing, non-coveting, non-owning anything belonging to other, nothing owned which is against the Shastra. Sarvaratna Upasthanam. See the beauty of that. Siddhi it is. Are we not struggling for these things only in the world? I want lot of wealth. Whatever I say, it should happen in my presence, or I should have people following me thousands. मानो ये काम आप जितना भी आउटर एफर्ट्स से करोगे नहीं मिलेगा. Remember this very crucial thought. Whatever, keeping away the spirituality to achieve the desired things, we do in the world the variety of things. All the things achieved through all those doings. Remember, all the things that are achieved by non-spiritual marga are all achieved in spirituality also. Everything is achieved. Sukha, bhoga, dhana, kanaka, vastu, vahana, whatever you want, they all are available in spirituality. But the addition thing which is available in spirituality is even the moksha, which is not only not there, there is the possibility of not achieving them and getting bound. नहीं मिलना, बंधन में आना, और दोनों संभावनाएं वहां है. तो यहाँ मिलना जो भी हम मांगते हैं, फिर मोक्ष भी मिलना, ये दोनों पॉसिबिलिटीज आर देयर इन स्पिरिचुअलिटी. दैट डे व्हेन इट क्लिक्स टू अस, वी आर रियली लकी. And then that is how for both bhukti and mukti pursue spirituality only. In the initial days for bhakti, not wrong at all. But slowly we should know that the purpose of life, purpose of Shastra is only for moksha by the Kaivalya Prapti, by Swarupa Pratishtha. Our slowly intellectual thinking and efforts should be towards that. ये हो रहा है कि नहीं अपने अंदर देख लो, है ना? We should pray. I am to praying, Baba. Bhagwan, both study kara rahe hain, but in the chakkar of the study, the actual beginning of sadhana has not happened. Please see to it that the beginning happens. See to it that it intensifies. See to it that it becomes exclusive. See to it that it yields results. ये ऐसे प्रार्थना करना पड़ेगा. Otherwise, this is again other addiction, satsanga addiction. All Shastra studying, but not even done first sadhana, Viveka Vairagya of the Vedanta or the Yama Niyama of the Yoga. That person will remain like all the book knowledge is in the book, but book is not realized. Book doesn't get moksha. Same way, all the knowledge is in me, but I don't get moksha unless I do the things practically. ये तो जल्द से जल्द समझ के शुरू करना है साधना. We should feel. See the variety. Bhakti is given to us. Yoga is given to us. Jnana is given to us. किसी के लिए feel करके पाने की इच्छा से उसको पाने के लिए करो. That is most important, urgent for us. Then exhaustively we saw yesterday, day before, Brahmacharya Pratisthayam Virya Labha. How essential it was. At length we discussed it. Fourth one. Then Yasya Labhat Apratighan Gunan Utkarshayati. Great qualities and abilities of all sort, which can never be defeated by others, all those will come to one. That's called Virya Labha when one practices the Brahmacharya. One example of it is given ki Siddhacha, he himself becomes Siddha Purusha in whatever the field he has chosen. Then Vinayeshu Jnanam Adhatum Samartho Bhavati. To Vinayeshu means the disciples who surrender to him, he will be able to give that knowledge to them. He is having capability. In our Indian government's language, he will be both. What is that? The Dronacharya award grahita, and he to his disciples sees to it that they get the Arjuna award. He becomes perfect practitioner and achiever. He becomes a perfect teacher to communicate that to them. Anybody. Brahmacharyat virya labha. Let us say that person is in politics. Politically, he reaches the Siddha, highest stage. And whoever are his genuine followers, he'll be able to give all the political science knowledge. Scientist, himself and next generation. Whoever come to him. Spirituality, the Guru himself becomes Siddha, and then to him, whoever disciples come, he will see to that they also deeply enter into with spirituality. So, Swayam Siddha Bhavati, साथ में विनयेषु ज्ञानम आदातुम समर्थो भवति. To those who come to him with all humbleness to learn, he will be samartha to communicate all that jnana, effectively inspiring them to take it up. है ना? Freedom fighting में खुद भी लगे रहते थे. Then their slogans were so powerful, hundreds, thousands, lakhs were inspired. हाँ. Brahmacharyat Virya Labha. With that, these are the other labhas. Beautiful. Now the fifth one is what? Aparigraha Sthairye. Aparigraha में जब स्थिरता हो जाता है. In doing the aparigraha sadhana, when we are sthira, without any vitarkas disturbing us, the result of that it is Janma Kathanta Sambodha. You will have Samyak Bodha. Crystal clearly the understanding of Janma Katham. Katham ta means Katham Janma. That Katham Janma, to explain it, Vyasa Bhagavan put these questions. What it is? Ki Asya Bhavati. What is that? Kaha Aham Asam. Who was I in the past lives? Katham Aham Asam. What I was doing in our earlier lives, what I have done. Then Kim's with Idam. This body, how I got it. Then Kathams with Idam. What are the karmas which led to this body? Keva bhavishyamaha. What will I be in future? in which body I will enter and all. Then katham va bhavishyamaha, how I get into that womb or yoni or birth or whatever the position. About all, not only physical body's janma, but also what he will become. Professionally, what will he become? All of that, this aparigraha sadhana, the one who establishes, he will be able to know. So he can just close eyes and just switch on to the past thing. Immediately he knows, okay, last life I was the mantri in that particular Raja's darbar, and these were the things I was doing. Yeah, Mason was a Raja, or maybe Mali in that garden. So these are the trees, plants I have planted, or I was this revolutionist, or I was this medical professional. You will know it. So to in future, he can plan in fact, and he can know also. Because याद रखना, even though we are seeking truth reality, suddenly overnight तो नहीं होता हो. We are in the chakra of karma because of various forces. Consciously we try to thwart them, avoid them. It doesn't happen immediately. ये तो higher truth है, because we are part of the totality. Totality is also affecting us all the time. So therefore, we end up in doing this or gaining that. That results again in some subsequent thing. Like to realize the self and to do the satsanga, there's no sambandha. But am I not doing satsanga? Why is it? My own vasana and the totality is prarabdha. It goes on. Because these are done, this will have its own result. That result, what it results in future, he will be able to know. That is the meaning of ki keva bhavishyamaha katam va bhavishyamaha, about the future. About the past also, but right now, how I got this, and even in this life also, he remembers everything happening so connectedly and sequentially. Future also he will know. Ke va bhavishyamaha, katham va bhavishyama. About before the death, in this very life also, he can know, okay, after 10 years, this is where I will be, that is where I will be. Pata chalta hai. Because everything is cause and effect. The causes are now present in my hands, or it's happening. The effect of that is obviously conceivable, so he knows it. Even after leaving the body also, he knows. That is why so many saints told कि अगले मैं वहां जन्म लेता हूँ, इधर लेता हूँ. Now, this is not generally to all, huh? Whoever have reached to the yoga sthiti in this. But that is not realization still. मोक्ष तो दूर की बात है. These are all yama niyama sadhana themselves perfectly done. The siddhis that are indicated, which we get, or whoever does, they get it. So janma katanta sambodha. Katham janma. Katamta means katamness. Katham means which was earlier, what is now, what will be in the future. All that he knows. So then uh, um, इति in this way एवं इत्येवं अस्य पूर्वांत परांत मध्येषु पूर्वांत past paranta future madhyeshu now present atma bhava jignasa. The jignasa, if he desires to know what was he, what will he be, what is he now, that Sarupena Upavartate very crystal clearly opens up in front of him. Like we open up cell phone or go to any of the site through the internet, it is opens up for us. तो उसके लिए उनके लिए ऐसे सिद्ध पुरुष के लिए anything he wants. As I told you yesterday, doesn't mean that always he remembers past and future and gets confused to do anything in the present. No. When he wants it, he will know. Otherwise, he's busy engaged in the present. Not only of his own, whoever are around, of them also they know it. But they don't reveal unless it is very essential. Only to close disciples, one or two things they tell, and more than telling what is past and future, what to do in the present that the future problems are avoided, future blessings are received, that they teach. Like any two highly professional doctors. They need not tell the entire bodily things that are happening to the patient. है ना? पूरा थोड़ी बताएंगे उसको. They discuss it, they know it, this condition and all. They only prescribe the medication he should follow for his health. In the same way, those rishis who have done this sadhana, they get it. And you and I can be ensured that we are on the path if you have got those siddhis. And Keeping in mind not the Siddhi but the Paramatma, we do sadhanas of Yama Niyama. But while doing them, these signposts, these side, what do you call them? The milestones, we have to observe. Okay, so this is how conclusion is Eta Yama Sthairye Siddhayaha. These are the Siddhis one gets when it's Sthirata in the 5 Yama sadhanas. अब नियम का देखना है, isn't it? Therefore, he says, Niyameshu Vakshyamaha. In the Niyama 5 sadhanas, when one establishes doing them without any vitarka, what are the siddhis he gets? What are the powers he gets? Which can use positive, negative, and all. One by one. What are the 5 yama? Ahimsa, Satyasteya, Brahmacharya, Parigraha. Siddhis are told. Now, what are the 5 niyamas? Shaucha, Santosha, Tapaha, Swadhyaya, Ishvara, Pranidhana. The one by one taken up for detailed study of what siddhis one gets one when establishes in these niyama sadhanas also. First one. What is the first? Shauchaha, Santoshaha, Tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishvara, Pranidhana. The Shaucha is the first sadhana. The Shaucha is Bhashya Shaucham as well as the Antaha Shaucham. When this Bhashya and Antaha Shaucham, 100% we establish without any vitarka. What are the siddhis? Shauchat. Shaucha ka sadhana karne se. Let us chant it 3 times now. Shauchat swanga jugupsa paraihi asamsargaha. Shauchat swanga jugupsa paraihi asamsargaha. Shauchat swanga jugupsa paraihi asamsargaha. Among all the 10 sadhanas, 9 appear to be important. We date this one as very light. शौच है क्या है सुबह दोपहर स्नान कर लो. I tell you, in fact, from the practical sadhana standpoint, really our evolution standpoint, from where we stay now, this is more important than all the 9 in today's world, most importantly. So Shauchat, when one establishes in Shaucha sadhana, the 2 benefits, 2 siddhis are Swa-anga jugupsa. One develops jugupsa to his own body. Now, once one develops jugupsa to one own body, what to talk about others? Paraihi asamsargaha. He will never be interested in the other shariras. And this is what is the only way by which we transcend the deha tadatmya. Then only we can contemplate and we can meditate, we can do all those deeper and subtler sadhanas. Okay, now to this Bhashyakara's Bhashya, lot of details are there. We will study them exhaustively. He says, so ange jugupsayam shaucham arabhamanaha कायावद्यदर्शी कायानभिष्वंगी यतिर्भवति किंच परैः असंसर्गः कायस्वभावावलोकी स्वमपि कायं जिहासु मृज्जलादिभिर् आक्षालयन् अपि कायशुद्धिमपश्यन् कथं परकायैः अत्यन्तमेव अप्रयतैः संसृज्येत. Wow, beautifully it is said. Okay, then by this Bhashya Shaucha, this is the outer benefit. In the next sutra, Antaha Shaucha and its siddhis, that will be told. तो इसका तो हम पहले करेंगे. So अंगे जुगुप्सायाम है ना, शौचम आरभमाणः कायावद्यदर्शी काया अनभिष्वंगी यतिर्भवति. When one is doing this Shuchi sadhana of taking the bath, etc., cleaning it, how he gets Swanga Jugupsa? If he becomes little thoughtful. What is that thoughtfulness? The 2 aspects is what? Any of us, our body, how many hours, whenever, whatever we do the cleaning job of it, remains as clean? In this whole world, if one of the worst and ashucha vastu is there, it is body. And among all that bodies, if one thing you have to select, it is only human sharir. You have washed it, in the very next moment already, it starts creating all the sweat, all the other bad odors or whatever the dirt, etc. you call, that within an hour or 2, even much before that, we can see all the shuchi is gone. Again, you have to wash it. है ना? हाउ मेनी आवर द मेकअप्स, कॉस्मेटिक, कुछ भी नाटक करो, स्वेंट करो, ऐसे भी करो, कंटिन्यूअसली. इन फैक्ट, you know, the second thing, the body human is nothing but the factory of creating only dirt and mala all the time by converting the good food that is consumed into a fecal matter. From all parts of the body, dirt, mala continuously coming out. And you can't allow it to be there for a long time. Isn't it? Imagine a person not washed the mouth. 2 दिन 3 दिन, you can't stand in front of him, collapse हो जाओगे. Not taken bath मानो 2 3 दिन, and staying in a place of all sweat and toil and all. How abominable it is, isn't it? That is why two things, Subha, Dopahar, Sham, ensure that the body is cleaned, Shuchi, so that you are clean and you are able to do all your works in the world, especially spirituality, as well as your health, etc., is maintained. That is the practice of Shaucha. बट देन दैट लीड्स टू संग जुगुप्सा. क्या है कि कितना भी मैं इसको साफ कर रहा हूं, अरे बार बार ये गंदा ही हो रहा है बाबा, देयर इज नो एंड टू इट. दैट लीड्स टू दैट जुगुप्सा, डिटैचमेंट टू दिस बॉडी. शौचात स्वांग जुगुप्सा. इफ यू फोकस ऑन दैट इंटेलेक्चुअली, इफ यू थिंक इट एंड कैलकुलेट भी करो, in our life of 80 90 years, how much of the time is spent only for the sharira shaucha, बताओ. एंड हर बार खाना खाए तो हाथ भी धोना पड़ेगा, मुंह भी धोना पड़ेगा, दिन में 2 बार नहाना पड़ेगा, बाहर जाके आते तो पाँव धोना पड़ेगा, कोई कुछ टच किया तो फिर हाथ धोना पड़ेगा. आई टेल यू, पर डे एटलीस्ट 2 or 3 hours गॉन ओनली फॉर देह शुद्धि. तो होता है 2 hours मिनिमम, 3 hours. दैट मीन्स 24 hours ऑफ द डे, 1/8 ऑफ द लाइफ. तो इफ माई एज इज 80 साल, 10 years I have spent only in washing the body. शुचि करने के लिए होल लाइफ इज गॉन. जुगुप्सा आना चाहिए वो. नाउ मोर इंपॉर्टेंट देन दिस इज द नेक्स्ट वन, पर ही असंसर्ग, है ना. दैट बॉडी विच आई माई सेल्फ एम वॉशिंग एवरी डे सो मेनी टाइम्स, येट इट इज अशुचि. देन हाउ कैन आई टेक इट फॉर ग्रांटेड द अदर्स बॉडी, how many days they have taken bath or not, then how can I have samsarga with their body? Therefore, the asamsarga of the other sharira comes to us. Disinterestedness, non-touching of other sharira. And we all know all our spiritual vital sadhanas done, most of it goes out only by the touch. That is why in Yoga Shastra it is said, even a plant also, even your own children also, even any other object also, should not touch unnecessarily. Through that sparsha, all the sadhana should be done by us goes there. Point one. Point two, there the asamsarga paraihi. How can I touch others and get that impurity into me? See? When I know my body itself is so useless, after washing it so much, that's what he says. Ki mrut jaladibihi akshalayan napi. Subha, dopa and sham with water and soap, having washed also, kayam, kaya shuddhim apashyan. You can't see that body being clean for long time. Katham, how, parakayaihi, atyantameva aprayatahi. You never know the other fellow, other kaya, whether they have taken bath or not. How can I do the samsarjana of that? How can I touch that samsarjanam? These two are the great siddhis that happen when every day we do the shaucha. Physical body ka. Shaucha swanga jukupsa paraihi asamsargaha. That is why we have to be very careful. Through this sparsha, all lot of negativities come into us from the world. Our positives go, if at all we have. हाँ, सारा खुद ही नेगेटिव है, तो we are giving it to others. That is why from this only that non-touching etc. have come. It's not untouchability that they don't touch a particular class of people. No, वो अपने घर में ही पूजा के समय अपने बच्चे पोते वो बस्तरा वगैरह, they don't touch even that also. You understand that untouchability has this sanctity. This is the authority there. But that has become a wrong nomenclature, a wrong way of expressing the world outside, and therefore it has become a bane. Therefore, slogans were raised, fighting started against them. Untouchability now is replaced by so much touchability that the corona has to come and mutating continuously. Now, J1 has to come again to remove us or separate us. The new variant of the corona, which is, they say, many a times more powerful than one. It goes into the lungs and all. You will not even aware. It doesn't give any symptom. Small little symptom will be there, and you will not be able to diagnose it on any of the tests also. But attacks the vitals and we die. जो आजकल जो वायरस नया आया है ना, जिसका बात हो रही है, that is through touch only, isn't it? So think in that way subjectively. So main sutra, its bhashya and meaning and its applicability. This is how we have to study. Shauchat sangajokupsa parahi asamsargaha. It is bahya shaucha. Now the antaha shaucha, when we do, the siddhis that gained are so beautiful. That's why I said this shaucha sadhana is more important than any of the 9. For us particularly, though ahimsa is glorified in different way, while doing all of them too, this is important. Kimcha sattva shuddhi saumanasya aikagriya indriya jaya atma darshana yogyatvani. The 5 great siddhis come to us when we maintain the anta shuddhi. Each of them are so powerful, like the diamonds only. All these siddhis. What are they? Tomorrow we'll study. ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः ओम तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Okay.